I saved the previous lesson as basic JSON example, and now we're ready to move on. So let's go back to that index page and let's build upon what we did in the earlier lesson. And I hope you had an opportunity to try this out and to see how JSON works and to get a better feel for what can be done with JSON. So let's build out on what we've done earlier and add in different values. So we saw that we were able to create that one person, but what if you wanted to have more than one person? And you can do this within JavaScript as well. So let's say we want to add a second person within our list. So within JSON, what we could do is we could specify people, because we're going to have more than one, so it's plural, and we can keep this as person and colon separate it out and then just bring that one back. And you can see that now what's happened here is the same format that we were using earlier where we have the name and the value, but this time person is the name and this is the value. So we've got person, but we need to also wrap this within those curly brackets to keep it as a JSON object. And if at any time you want to make sure that your formatting for JSON is right, you can always go over to your handy linter, do validate JSON, and you can see that it gets returned back that this is correct once again. We could also paste it within this type of format, so a little bit more readable. So the idea is the same, that we can nest another value inside of our original JSON object, and this is how you can build upon what you're developing. Let's also change this and update this to people, because of course we don't have that person yet. So we can refresh and we can see now person, and we've got person. We can also do person 1, and we've got a lot more flexibility here now. And if we want to add additional people, we could do people person 2, and then we can enter in some values here. And because we're typing JavaScript, we could have kept it within a JavaScript object as well. So for now, I'm just going to add one more. And now if I do people, we see that we've got both of those values are sitting in there. So I've updated it via JavaScript. I've got my original person 1, and then I've got the new one that I've just created. So I want you to try this out for yourself. So go ahead and add in a nested value into your JSON object. Make sure that you check it over at a JSON linting to make sure that your format is correct and that you can actually return back all of these objects and that information, and then output it within your console, and then add one other person. And we're also going to be adding another person into this. So how do you think that we do that? All we have to do, just the same format as here, where we've got the name and the value, we've got the name and the value. So we need to just keep that same format. So comma separate it out and do another name and then colon. So not like JavaScript with the equal sign. So keep that in mind. And we can copy this part out because it's going to be the same thing. Fill out and add in a second person. So try this out for yourself and go ahead and add in a third person. So you can make up a name, or you could add in somebody that you know, go back and refresh it and make sure that you're outputting those values. And then also call back some of those values within your console. Again, so you get familiar with returning back that information. So if you wanted the first name, all you have to do is reference it like this. So we're just dot separating out all of those keys to return back the values. In the next lesson, I'm going to show you even more that you can do with JSON and JavaScript.